tide's just on its way out. It's only got a couple hours this morning. I got to go to work here pretty soon, but I have little time to hunt this beach for the next bit. But I take my chance when I get it. But yeah, I'm gonna change the program up a bit, give the machine less to think about, so I get more depth and see what I can find. All right, see you in the next hole. All right, I've been here for about an hour. I don't know if you can see dozens and dozens of dig holes all over this beach here, and I hunted this for like 10 hours, and I've just been pulling out crazy amounts of clad. But here's something I'm sure a lot of you have found. There it is, Chuck E. Cheese. It's almost like a rite of passage. This isn't my first, but yeah, you find these anywhere in the country. Well, here, let me show you what my pocket of change looks like so far after a little over an hour. You can believe this. Apparently Trashy Beach still has plenty of clad. Alright, I just found this piece first, and I really had no idea what it was. It's got a fair amount of writing on it, but I'm pretty sure it's foreign. I'll have to punch that into my phone and see what it says, but I do know what it is now. I thought it was interesting. Here's the other half. It was a bracelet. It has some more writing on that side. Think that's gold? Yeah, I don't think so. But that's interesting, at least. I just hit my second silver ring. Here it is. Look at that, it's got a yin and yang on it. I don't know, actually, I don't think that is silver. That looks pretty aluminum-like to me. I don't know, it's got the right color. Got my fingers on the screen again. Well, I'll get back to that on you. Stoked to find another ring. Got a whole pocket full of clad. Again, every time I come down here, it's just like $10 in clad. It's just crazy. Alright, then, see you on the next. Got another log dog. Boy, I find these things everywhere. Yep, used to hammer these into the logs to drag them through the water. Then. You know what? The weather's just too nasty down here. I found a few nickels. And check out the corrosion on that spoon. Yeah, that got a lot of stuff stuck to it. Alright, well, I just thought I'd show you, but I'm going to give it up. I don't think I can handle any more of this. Alright, this is my wrap up. Just heading back to the truck. I just dug up a low tone. Looks good. I'm going to take it down to the water. And, I don't know, there's a little tarnish looks like on the edge. Let me go clean it off here. It's still raining, just not quite as much as it was. I do need to be getting to work. Yep, I believe that's junk. That is indeed what it looks like. Alright then. See you on the next. I am back in White Plains. I'm on the East Coast for Thanksgiving. I'm going to hunt here for a couple hours before we take off to Block Island for the holiday. Hopefully I'll get another, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 hours to hunt before I head back home. But I got a couple hours this morning before we head to the ferry, so I'm going to see what I can find. I'll show you if I have any luck. Alright, see you in the next hole. Okay, I'm not exactly sure what I just found here. I haven't looked at it yet. But if it is what I think it is, whoop, I can't believe it. Let's take a look and see. See that down there? That looks like a cut dime. Focus, what is that? I have no idea. I think that says 1860 maybe? You know, it doesn't feel like silver, it feels like aluminum. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to keep going. I don't have a lot of time here, so I will clean this up later and get a better look at it. Just pulled out a coin. Just a clad quarter. It's just a clad quarter. Looks like 67. Alrighty, not what I was hoping for. That's my kind of Christmas tree. That is super cool. Got up early to head down to the beach and go detecting, but yeah, gonna have to wait for a bit. Hopefully this weather's gonna clear out so I can get out and do some swinging, but it's pretty nasty right now. Alrighty, see you in the next hole. Well, I'm at my mother-in-law's house in Block Island. I just found this, what appeared to be a little junk toe ring, but I did clean out the base here, and yeah, don't know if you can see it, but it's stamped 925 in there. So I found a little piece of silver. Alrighty then. Haven't gone down to the beach yet because it's been pouring rain all day. It just cleared up, so decided I would come out here and dig around a bit in the yard, and found a little piece of silver. I mean, this area was settled in 1661, so who knows what could be on the property here. But I'm excited to get down to the beach because this area was developed pretty recently. But anyhow, we'll see you on the next. So, trashy beach. Still pumping out tons of clad. I didn't even count it, but there's a bunch of it. And I found a few more keys. Found some little odds and ends, some junk jewelry, another fishing weight. Thought that might have been gold when I found it, but it's just gold plated. Got the Chuck E. Cheese token. Got an old brass earring there. Really cool little silver ring. Sweet little ring. Got the little bracelet. Found out it's French. I could figure out a couple of the words on there. There was love, there was stars, and I can't remember what the other ones were. But then I went to the East Coast for Thanksgiving. Ended up not having any significant time to hunt. I think I probably hunted about an hour and a half or maybe 2 hours total. I did find another one of these plant stands, the old frogs. I don't know, those things seem to be following me everywhere now. That's like the fifth one that I found. Got the elusive 16 gauge. This is interesting. I'm not sure what this is. It definitely looks like it's got some age to it. Looks like it may have had a thread. It was a cap of some sort. I found that at my in-laws' place. A little piece of copper. Probably my oldest find is this horse tack rivet, a copper tube, and the folded coin ended up being a play money. Uncle Sam's play money, 10 cents. So that was not a cut silver coin. I should have realized that right away, but my eyes are so bad I couldn't tell that it was tacoed until I dug it. Got 3 wheats, a 65 and a 66 quarter. I don't know, the quarters just seem to be my kryptonite. I can't seem to find one. As a matter of fact, there's 5 more 1965s that I found on the trashy beach, and this little bit of silver here, toe ring. It's also stamped 925. Found that butter knife, and then went down to my bucket list beach with my buddy Joe. He came out to hunt with me, and I've done a pretty good job cleaning it out. Got a few Wheaties. Joe found a few Wheaties. He found a really nice buckle. I'm sure he'll show that in his next video. Got another tax token, 12 gauge shotgun shell, digging the really faint, deep signals and came up with all these seriously roached pennies. This one here is actually, well, I ID'd it. I guess my camera's not wanting to focus or get a good shot of it, but there, you can see a little bit there. That's an Indian head penny. No doubt, there's the wreath on the back on the one side. So I'm guessing probably many of these were Indians. Here's one that I found a while back. This is one of my favorite Indians that I've found. This thing is just paper thin, and still has that much detail on it. That's pretty neat. Yeah, I guess it's kind of hard to tell. Yeah, there's the Indian. Thing that's pretty interesting here. I'll show you real quick. Here's a scale. So here's a Indian head penny, 3.1 grams. That one's not worn at all. Here's that razor thin Indian. Doesn't even register. Hardly anything left of that coin. And for it to have that kind of detail being so worn out, I think is so cool. Alrighty, so that is the lot of it. And there's a bunch of fishing bobbers or some corkies, salmon fishing stuff, and a couple lures I found on the beach. Oh, this is pretty sweet. Yeah, picked that one up for my wife. She loves the sand dollars. This one's just itty bitty. Yeah, size of a penny. It's in fantastic shape. I love it. And then the other interesting thing, I found a few more. I found another end of one of those copper spikes and this little tiny copper square nail. Now these items here suggest something pretty interesting. I don't know. This is that canister shot lead cannonball that I found down at the beach on the last video. This makes me wonder if maybe there's some kind of shipwreck or something that happened out there. I've still yet to get down there and hunt an actual low tide. Positive 4 feet is as low as the water's got for me so far. The tides are just terrible at the moment. The only significant negative tides we've had have been in the middle of the night. So hoping that's gonna change here after Christmas. Actually, I'm getting ready on the 9th. I'm heading to White Plains again. Hopefully I'm going to hook up with Jim, Dump Site Digger, and do some hunting on my in-laws' place. I'll be there for 3 days, and then I hit the airport and I head back to Chile. I'll be there for a little better than 2 weeks, and I can't wait to get back and continue the hunt from where I left off. Alrighty then, so that's pretty much it, and we'll see you in the next hole. Cheers.